Missouri Valley students are constantly evaluated, faculty and staff yearly, but every decade it happens for the institution as a whole. Welcome to KMVC News. I'm Elena Exposito. Every 10 years, Missouri Valley undergoes an evaluation of a college to maintain its status as an accredited college. KMVC's Colin Williams shows what goes into the preparation for such a visit like this.
This past week, the Higher Learning Commission paid a visit to Missouri Valley College for open forums to evaluate the college's credentials and to see how the college has changed over the last 10 years.
The college's faculty are qualified, and so we then provide evidence that, one, we have a policy for what determines whether a faculty member is qualified, and then when the team was here, they came and looked through a number of faculty files to verify that we were following the policy that we have.
The audits from the student services side, student affairs side, you're collecting survey information on, satisfaction with, student experience here. And it's just any department that you can think of that we have at this college, individuals are collecting data.
In those 2 days, the HLC held open forums throughout, with both students and faculty given a chance to give their experiences at Valley. Some forums were integrated all together, and some were isolated for one of the specific groups, remaining confidential so attendees could speak freely.
An open session, they'll read some things that we've said, but then they may say, we read this, is this an accurate description? And students, because there aren't faculty or administration there, hopefully feel freely to speak their minds. And so do you feel that the quality of instruction is up to par? Do you feel like there are faculty or staff that you can go to?
Even though the Higher Learning Commission has finished their visit at MVC, this part was only the beginning of their evaluation. Colin Williams, KMVC News.
The accreditation process and HLC visit was originally set for the 23-24 academic year, but administration changes across Missouri Valley heading into the year pushed the evaluation to this year. Missouri Valley journalism students won 5 awards at the 2025 Missouri Collegiate Media Association Awards Banquet and won first place in 2 highly desired categories. The Vikings wins in news writing and investigative journalism hit major goals for the journalism side of Missouri Valley's mass communication program.
Always as a professor, we take great pride in our students, and I know that they do good work. But it's always great when other people tell you that your students do good work.
Every year, the competition gets tougher, but Missouri Valley students continue their quest to remain among the best in the state.
Well, I wasn't expecting it because we don't find out beforehand if we get the awards. So I was sitting right there and they just said my name and I was like, oh, wow. But I didn't know what story it was for until 2 days after. And then he told me and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that, but thank you. Advice and guidance during the process of writing stories. I'm the youngest managing editor the Delta's had, so it's a lot because I haven't taken a lot of copy editing and things like that yet.
Delta managing editor Rachel Mosley won first place for her piece. Reporters Taylor Griffey and Sophie DeRohan won first place for their investigative piece on Missouri Valley faculty contracts for the 24-25 academic year.
The thing about the news is it's hard to predict where it's going to go and what's going to happen. We just we keep our ears open and just try to listen to what people are talking about, because if they're talking about it, then they'd probably be interested in reading about it. One of the last things I say at the end of every class is, as the students are leaving, I say, go do journalism. But our students aren't afraid to go after a good story when they realize that it has news value.
Reporter Tyler Conroy took third place in sports journalism, and the other 2 MCMA awards belongs to KMVC News for video. Missouri Valley and the Delta compete in MCMA Division III, which includes schools such as Evangel, Park, and Drury. Missouri Valley men's basketball head coach Chad Lance is stepping down from the position after 22 seasons in that position. Lance held the role longer than anyone in school history and finished with a 3-12 and 3-52 record. His team stopped 20 wins twice, the last time in 2015 when the team won the Heart of America Athletic Conference postseason tournament, made the NAIA tournament, and won a national tournament game for the first time in 54 years, As a student, assistant coach, and head coach, Lance spent almost 30 years a part of the Missouri Valley basketball program. The Missouri Valley men's volleyball team secured its first regular season conference championship, the #1 seed in the Heart of America Athletic Conference postseason tournament, an automatic berth into the NAIA National Tournament. The Vikings then lost in the quarterfinals of the Heart Tournament to the same team it had beaten to win all the titles. Ottawa beat Valley 3-1 on the 12th. The loss dropped the Vikings 2 spots in the national pool, where MVC is now 5th. Missouri Valley awaits its trip to Cedar Rapids, Iowa on the 29th for the national tournament. 12 teams make the field for the battle for the Red Banner. Both Missouri Valley lacrosse teams end their season with a win. The women's team finished the year 5-9 overall and 2-6 in the Heart Conference play after beating Midland 16-7. Lexi Lark scored 4 goals in her final game. The men's team topped Ottawa 14-4 to avoid going winless on the season. Carson Willie and Jaden Simpliciano each scored 3 goals. Jake Lipscomb made 14 saves in his final game in goal for the Vikings. The Bridge Ministry, in place of the usual Thursday group worship, hosts a worship night for the campus. Singer Christian Knuckles, and that's not a stage name, and his group came to Missouri Valley to worship alongside the campus community. The group also came with testimonies, prayers, and gifts. There was a lot of audience participation.
Like, that is our job, is to get the people singing and then get out of the way. Anytime you lead worship, that's your job. It's not to draw attention to yourself, it's to point people to Jesus. And so when everyone was singing in the room louder than we were, that was mission accomplished, man. That was awesome.
Missouri Valley students celebrate Easter and the figurative arrival of spring with some games, some food, and a campus-wide egg hunt. MVC students joined the Bridge Collegiate Ministry and adopt a Viking for a cookout and yard games at the Malcolm Center Gym. There were burgers, mac and cheese, music, and cornhole. The egg hunt had a candy-filled eggs and 3 golden eggs. Each golden egg was worth $100. The students and the community came together to spend the Saturday morning enjoying the spring vibes at the campus. A lot of kids joined the fun, playing games with family and friends. No need to hunt for the next edition of KMVC News. That's the finals week edition to wrap up the academic year and post on May 7th. Graduation is set for May 10th, but has a different start time this year. The ceremony begins at 11 that Saturday morning, and the live stream is available through the Vikings Sport Network, where all Missouri Valley games are broadcast. Thanks for watching. I'm Milena Exposito, and this is KMVC News.